Is the way that you present your digital products important? And do mock-ups make a difference to the conversion rates and how many people buy your products when they land on them? Over the 7 years I've been on Etsy, I have made quite the transformation from where I started to where I am now. When I first started on the platform, all of my digital products were just on a white background. So they were just the design sitting on a white background. And that was great for a while. My designs really did speak for themselves. It worked for a while, but as the marketplace became more competitive, I realized that something needed to change. So I decided to really hone in on the quality of mainly my first product image. And when I did that, everything changed. So I was sitting at around a 2% conversion rate for my Etsy store. So when people would come to my product, 2 out of every 100 would actually make the purchase. Now, when I tweaked my mock-ups or my product images, that went up in one of my stores to 6.5%. So that more than tripled, which is amazing. Like, that's 6.5 people per 100. So as you start to grow and more people come through your store, it makes a huge difference. Now, before I jump in, I'm going to sort of give you a bit of an understanding of what makes an excellent mock-up, how to present your product images, and some of the places that I love to find my mock-ups. But before I do, I would love to know in the comments, have you ever tried mocking up a product before? I would love to know if there is a go-to place or a mock-up provider that you personally love. Feel free to share the link below and shout their name so that everyone can go to the comments and have a look and find mock-ups which are going to work for their business. Let me jump in now. What is a mock-up? You may not have heard the term before, which is totally fine. It's just really, it's made up term, isn't it? A lot of the stuff that we deal with these days is made up, but basically it's just the concept of taking your digital product and mocking it up, so putting it in a physical scene so it looks like a physical product. So you can do that with photos, you can do that just with graphics, but it's just that sort of that extra step of taking that template or that printable or whatever you're selling and putting it into a scene. Now, there's 3 things that I would love you to think about when you're going to the effort of mocking up your products. Number one is to obviously put your digital product into a scene. So you can, as I mentioned before, you can do this with photography. So you can get a photo and you can actually drop in the template into the photo and it'll start to look like it's physical and it's real. And it really helps the customer to, I guess, visualize what that product can do for them and what that product actually is. So this is a really important thing to do, especially if you are selling things like invitations, which people do print off at home. So they get the template and they print it off at home. It can help people kind of make that connection between what they want and what you can give them. So really important to do it. I'm going to include later in this video, I have a list of amazing mock-up suppliers, so I'll be including those as well, and I'll put them in the comments. So if you're interested in mocking up your products, I'll add those links below. Hopefully that's helpful. Number 2. Now, number 2 is all about communication. So when I say communication, so we need to make sure we communicate the best features of our product to our customer. So for example, if you have a template that's an instant download would be an excellent thing to put into like a little badge and pop it on top of your mock-up. So you can put it on as like a little graphic or a badge, and it just draws attention to the fact that you are selling a digital product. So people don't get confused when they come to your listing and they see it mocked up. They will automatically read that sort of little bubble and be like, oh right, it's a printable, it's a template, away we go. So that one is really important as well. You can also maybe put in like sizes is another good one. DPI or resolution is another really great one. Printed home, things like that, things which really communicate to the customer what your product is. Okay, number 3. So number 3 is actually the size. So it's a bit of a technical one. Now, the best resolution to actually make your mockups is 2000 by 2000 pixels. Now, why is that? That is because Etsy gives a little bit of preferential treatment to higher resolution photos. So Etsy recommends 2000 by 2000. If you upload lower than that, Etsy will actually give you a warning. It'll be like, I don't know if this image is good enough quality to actually have in your product. It gives you a bit of a warning. So it's very important to make sure that your product is nice and big. So 2000 by 2000 pixels. And that is so when the customer comes to your listing and they click on the thumbnail and they click the little magnifying glass and it pops up, they get a really beautiful clear image and it helps sell your product in the end. So definitely worth that extra little bit of effort making those products nice and big. And I speak from experience because mine were originally way too small, and I would get messages from customers saying, it looks a little bit pixely, is it okay? Is it okay? Can I use this? Can I download this? Is it gonna print okay? So top tip from me, I learned that firsthand. Well, let me jump in. I'm going to show you some of my favorite places to find and buy mock-ups. I talked about this on my Instagram a little while ago. I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to graphics, so I have over 600 mock-ups in my folder, but for me it's definitely worth the investment because obviously it pays itself off by raising those conversion rates, you get more sales and you can grow faster. So definitely worth it. Let me jump across to the screen share and show you my favorite picks. So these are my top 5 sellers that I love to buy my mock-ups from. So number 1 is Treasures of Star on Etsy. They have so many lovely things. They're so beautiful, these mock-ups. They're like beautiful and light, and they've got like bunting mock-ups, water bottle mock-ups, lots of lovely things. So these ones are definitely worth checking out. And just for your reference, I'm going to include all of the mock-up places that I recommend and love. I'm going to put all their links in the description below so you can go in and grab those. They've even got acrylic mock-ups, which for a long time in the wedding industry, you could not get acrylic mock-ups. So that is awesome. Kudos to them. They've got a beautiful store. The next one, this is probably my most used supplier, Moyo Studio. They also have a website, which I love to shop on, but they have an Etsy store as well. So all of these are Photoshop templates. They're all, obviously they've got beautiful angles and depth of field on their mock-up as well, so it looks really professional. I just love these guys as well. So lots of beautiful ones. They also have beautiful stock images that you can buy as well in packs. I've spent a lot of money in this store as well. Not gonna lie, these guys are beautiful. Their work is so minimal, but I just love it. I don't know what it is about it. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So they have lots of different things in here, lots of beautiful wall art ones. I love these ones here. Ones with light sitting over the invitation card get me every time. Like, that's beautiful. And the texture is in the mock-up as well, so that's a beautiful one. Another store I've spent a lot of money on. These are, I don't know, these are some of my favorite stores, but they're just so beautiful, all their work. Like, look at that shadow over that invitation. How can you not? How can you not buy these to mock things up? Look at that welcome sign. It's beautiful. Can you see the kind of difference that mock-ups of this quality will add to your product? It is a total game changer. Like, someone is way more likely to buy a product which is mocked up on a beautiful sign like this versus something which is just sitting on a white background like I used to do. So you can understand why the conversion rate is so much higher when you go to the effort to really mock things up properly. And Creative Market is just a marketplace, so it's much like Etsy, but it's a marketplace for sort of graphics and things. You can go into, where is it, mockups, and there's like heaps and heaps, hundreds of mockups in here, all different types. I love, some of my favorite ones on here are Scene Creator Top View. I love buying these ones, and I love like putting all the leaves and stuff around my artwork as well, so that's really cool. But yeah, there's so many lovely things on here. I think I said on my Instagram last week that I love shopping on Creative Market. I'll just go on here and add stuff into my basket just because it's so beautiful. And the potential that it holds for, I guess, transforming your products and up-leveling your store in general, it's infinite. So that's why it's exciting to me. And I hope it's exciting to you as well. Well, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. My name is Jessa and I teach all things digital products, templates, passive income, all of that good stuff. So if that is what you are here wanting to learn, please subscribe to my channel because I put out new content every single week and I would love to help you on your journey. Feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you're thinking of making or what you want your digital product business to be. I would love to connect with you there. But anyway, thank you for watching. Again, I appreciate your time. I will see you guys next week. Bye for now.